Have you ever wondered how butter, a key ingredient in many of your favorite dishes, is made in a factory? Butter, a rich and creamy delight, has been gracing our tables and tantalizing our taste buds for centuries. It's the star of the show in French cuisine, a pivotal player in Indian dishes, and the secret to that perfect flaky pie crust in American baking. Its ubiquity is a testament to its allure, its versatility, and its ability to elevate a dish from ordinary to extraordinary. But how does this culinary marvel come to be? How does it go from being a humble dairy product to a culinary superstar? Today, we're going to peel back the curtain and explore the process of butter production in a factory setting. So buckle up, butter lovers. Join us on this fascinating journey to discover how a simple dairy product can be transformed into a culinary wonder. The journey of butter starts with the collection of milk from dairy farms. Imagine the breaking dawn over a peaceful dairy farm. It's a scene of bustling activity as farmers prepare for the daily milk collection. The cows, contented and well cared for, are milked using state-of-the-art milking machines. These machines ensure a hygienic and stress-free experience for the cows, a factor critical to producing high-quality milk. The milk, fresh and still warm, is quickly cooled to a temperature below 5 degrees Celsius. This is a crucial step, as it helps to preserve the quality of the milk and prevent the growth of harmful bacteria. Once the milk is cooled, it is stored in insulated milk tanks, awaiting transportation to the butter factory. Now, you might be wondering how this precious cargo is transported without spoiling. Well, that's where refrigerated milk tankers come in. These specialized vehicles are designed to maintain the temperature of the milk below 5 degrees Celsius during the journey. This ensures that the milk arrives at the factory as fresh as it was when it left the farm. But the journey is not just about maintaining the temperature. The quality of the milk is also closely monitored. From the moment it leaves the farm, the milk is subjected to rigorous quality checks. These checks include testing for antibiotics, contamination, and the overall composition of the milk. Only milk that passes these stringent tests is accepted at the factory. Once the milk arrives at the factory, it undergoes one final quality check. This is to ensure that the milk is of the highest standard and ready to be transformed into delicious, creamy butter. Remember, butter is only as good as the milk it's made from. Every step of this journey, from the dairy farm to the factory, is designed to preserve the quality of the milk. It's a testament to the dedication and hard work of the farmers, transporters, and factory workers who ensure that only the best milk is used in the making of butter. Once at the factory, the real transformation process begins. Upon arrival at the factory, the first step is to separate the cream from the milk. Now you might be wondering, how do we go about doing that? Well, it's all about density. Milk is a mixture of water, proteins, minerals, and fat. Because fat is lighter than the other components, it tends to rise to the top. To speed up this natural process, the milk is spun around at high speed in a piece of equipment known as a centrifuge. Picture a giant spinning drum. The heavier components are thrown to the outside, while the lighter cream is left in the center. It's a bit like a merry-go-round, where the centrifugal force pushes you to the edge as you spin around. After the cream has been separated, it's not quite ready to be churned into butter just yet. First, it has to be pasteurized. Pasteurization is a process named after the French scientist Louis Pasteur. It involves heating the cream to a specific temperature to kill any bacteria that might be present. This is an essential step in ensuring the butter is safe to eat. The cream is heated to at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit for a minimum of 15 seconds. This high temperature kills off any bacteria, yeasts, or molds that might be present in the cream. It's a bit like giving the cream a hot bath to make sure it's squeaky clean. Once the cream has been pasteurized, it's cooled down and stored in a large tank. This allows any remaining bacteria to settle to the bottom, where they can be filtered out. The cream is now ready to be churned into butter. It's a fascinating process, isn't it? So there you have it. The cream has been separated from the milk, pasteurized, and is now ready for the next step in the butter making process. With the cream now separated and pasteurized, it's time for the magic to happen. The next step in the process is where the real magic happens, churning the cream. Now, we've reached a crucial point. the transformation of cream into butter. Picture this. Imagine large industrial vats filled to the brim with the carefully separated cream from our previous step. These vats are the stage for the next act in our buttery ballet. The cream inside these vats is churned. But what does churning really mean? It's the vigorous stirring or shaking of the cream. This agitation causes the fat globules in the cream to clump together. As they clump, they form a network that entraps the water molecules present in the cream, causing the mixture to thicken. But the process isn't over just yet. The churning continues, and as it does, the network of fat globules begins to break down. This breakage leads to the release of a liquid known as buttermilk. Buttermilk, as some of you might know, is a delicious byproduct of the buttermaking process, often used in baking or consumed as a refreshing beverage. As the churning continues, the fat globules regroup, this time excluding the buttermilk. This is when we start to see the formation of the substance we all know and love, butter. The butterfat, now separated from the buttermilk, begins to form a solid mass. It's a fascinating process to behold, a dance of fat and liquid, a testament to the marvels of food science. The transformation that takes place during churning is the heart of buttermaking, the step that takes us from a liquid cream to a spreadable, delectable fat. This process, while simple in theory, is a delicate balance in practice. It requires precise control over the churning speed and the temperature of the cream. The right conditions will lead to the best butter, with a smooth texture, a rich flavor, and a beautiful golden hue. Once the churning process is complete, we're left with the basic form of what we know as butter. But we're not done yet. The butter still needs a few finishing touches before it's ready for your toast. At this stage in the process, the butter still has remnants of buttermilk. The butter is washed, not once, not twice, but multiple times in clean, cold water. This washing process helps to remove any leftover buttermilk, which is crucial because the buttermilk can cause the butter to spoil faster. Imagine it as giving the butter a refreshing spa treatment, readying it for its final transformation. Now, here comes a delightful twist. Salt is added to the butter. Why, you might ask? Well, salt acts as a natural preservative, extending the shelf life of our creamy friend. Additionally, it enhances the butter's flavor, giving it that savory kick that we all love on our morning toast. The amount of salt added can vary, resulting in different varieties of butter: unsalted, lightly salted, or salted. Each has its own unique taste and purpose in the culinary world. Once the butter is well rested and seasoned, it's time for a makeover. The butter is shaped into uniform blocks or rolls, or sometimes even molded into creative shapes. This is where the magic of modern machinery comes into play, ensuring that each block of butter is of the same weight and size. Consistency is key, after all. Our butter's journey doesn't end here. It's now ready to be dressed for the world. The butter is packaged in a way that it stays fresh and maintains its form. It could be wrapped in foil, waxed paper, or packed into tubs, all ready to be shipped off to supermarkets and stores. Finally, the butter, which started its journey as simple milk on a dairy farm, has now transformed into a golden, delicious block, ready to melt on your toast, to be folded into your pastry dough, or to add that final touch to your pan-seared steak. And there you have it, the journey from a humble dairy farm to the butter in your fridge. So, to quickly recap the fascinating journey we've just been on, it all starts with the collection of fresh, wholesome milk. Then, through a meticulous process of cream separation, the rich, creamy layer is extracted from the milk. The cream then takes a spin in the churn, transforming it into a lumpy, buttery mass. This mass is then washed to remove any remaining buttermilk and impurities, ensuring the butter stays fresh for longer. After the washing process, the butter may be salted, adding that delicious, savory note we all love. Finally, the butter is carefully packaged, ready to make its way to your local store. This process, though seemingly simple, requires a great deal of care, precision, and attention to detail. It's a testament to the skills and dedication of the people who work tirelessly to bring us this golden delight. Next time you spread some butter on your toast, remember the journey it's been on to get to your plate.